What's going on, guys? Eric here and welcome to the channel. In this video I'll show you how I wrapped the mirror cap of this Ford Expedition from white to black using some Knifeless tape as well as the Wrap-U-Ezee tool from Yellotools. So you want to have an inlay on the inside of the mirror cap by setting up some Knifeless tape, and then once you've got that set up, apply the vinyl for the inlay and get all of that set up. Don't forget you can turn the mirror back around and work it up the other side while you're adjusting it. Once you've got it all ready to go, pull your Knifeless tape to cut the vinyl off the edges, pull off the excess vinyl, and then don't forget to pull off the green carrier tape and then also seal down the edge that's been cut as well. You'll have two pieces of green carrier tape. Be sure to clean up any edges like I had some on the bottom there as shown. Tuck in, on this case, on the back side where the mirror cap meets the edge, tuck it into a gap there and then trim off the vinyl and peel off the excess carefully, and do this process to make sure that no white is showing by tucking the vinyl into the gap between the end cap and that rim. Tuck in any remaining edges and your inlay is now finished. Now reset some Knifeless tape on the inlay's edge there, and then you can see I'm using the Wrap-U-Ezee tool with vinyl applied to it already. I'm just getting it nice and hot, and you can kind of make it gooey and liquidy looking. Then you'll tack the vinyl on to the inlay part there as you see me doing, and then wrap and bring the tool and the vinyl around the high point bar of the vinyl as you saw me do there. Make any adjustments as you feel is necessary, and then once you're ready, go ahead and release the vinyl from the Wrap-U-Ezee tool. You can either pull it off, or as you can see here, I'm just cutting it off using the side of the wood as my guide. Once you've got that removed, go ahead and start setting up your vinyl edges for shrinking and heating and getting it to the edge. You can see I set that up on the corner there, and I'm using some heat to kind of shrink the vinyl since I did have some tension there, lifting it up and then giving it some heat, and you'll see it kind of sucked in to the vinyl there. Now once you have that set up and done, go ahead and start applying some of the edges here. I'm working on the front face side of the mirror cap, and I'm working my vinyl down towards the bottom edge, going back towards the outer side of the mirror cap, kind of popping the vinyl up and doing the same thing. I'm just pulling the vinyl up a little bit. I'm going to give it some heat, and you can see it shrinks and glasses out, and as it starts to shrink and glass out, I'm just dropping the vinyl back down into place, and then start working that vinyl down to the edges as you need to. It should be nice and soft with zero tension really, unless you give it a little bit extra pull there, and then bring it to the edges. Once you're at all the edges, make sure that your edges are tucked in nice and well, because we're getting that ready for trimming a little bit later. Go ahead and give it some heat to make sure that there's any tension that's left over is taken out, as you can see me doing, and then I like to retuck. I'm all about setting up the edges to get going. Basically do this whole technique all the way around. You can see, and sorry my arm is in the way there, lifting up the vinyl, giving it some heat as it glasses and shrinks, and you'll see when you do it that it just kind of drops down on itself. I just lay the vinyl down, and then now you can see I'm squeegeeing the vinyl that I just shrunk down to the edges so that it's nice and smooth. Go ahead and continue to do that all the way around, tucking in your edges, as you can see me working on that outer side there. Once you have that all down, I like to go all the way back around again with some more heat. And again, this is to check and relieve any tension that might be the edges. And if you need to, pop the vinyl up again a little bit and reapply it while it's tension free. Now at the back of the mirror cap where it meets the front rim where the glass is, go ahead and tuck it into that gap. I'm using my main squeegee, as you can see me doing there. Then I like to take my micro squeegee and get that tucked into that gap really well, really tightly, because this is the white mirror cap going to black. I'll then go ahead and check over that edge with heat again to see if there's any pullback, see if I missed anything, see if there's any tension areas, and again I'm just retucking everything in for the tuck and cut because I like to make sure everything's set. Pull the Knifeless tape, and then once you do that, go ahead and peel off the excess vinyl that's covering your inlay, peel the vinyl, the carrier tape, and then I like to seal the edge down and use some heat to go ahead and check it. Go ahead here now, what I'm doing is just trimming off the bottom edge front of the cap by just putting the side of my blade up against the underside of the cap, peeling away the excess, and then tucking in the vinyl. Next, along that cap, the back cap edge that meets the front, I'm just using that as a cut guide, and I have my knife tip just floating in that gap, kind of pulling towards me, and then peeling off the excess and then tucking the vinyl down into that gap. And then guys, so this is essentially fully wrapped. Go ahead and check things over with a little bit of heat to see if anything needs to be adjusted, sealed down, and whatever. And here we go, guys, a fully wrapped mirror cap for this Ford Expedition using the Wrap-U-Ezee tool by Yellotools. It's a great tool. I'll have links in the description below.